thank you for joining me. My name is Mary, and this is Yoga for Life. I call it Yoga for Life because I believe that you can do yoga anytime, any place, and at any age. So if you have a practice that's different from mine, please tailor it to your needs. You can kick it up, or you can make it more restorative. Let's start by centering ourselves. So gently close the eyes, bringing the awareness to your breath, just listening to the sound of the breath as it enters into the body. In yoga, we inhale and exhale through the nose, but of course, if you're feeling stuffy, please open the mouth and breathe. I like to set an intention for my classes. So today I would like for you to tend to your inner sanctuary. If you have your own intention, please go ahead and honor that. From that mindful breath, move into that deep belly breath. So as you inhale, let the belly expand out like a balloon. And then on the exhale, draw that belly button back towards the spine. Exhale away all that stale air, stale energy, carbon dioxide, the end product of your respiratory cycle, and anything not serving you today. Just begin to slowly open the eyes, maybe flutter the eyelids, adjusting to the light of the room that you're in. My intention once again for you is to tend to your inner sanctuary. So if you have any injuries, please ensure that you are modifying. I will give modifications as we go along. Listen to what your body's telling you. On the inhale, lift the arms, touch the palms at the top, bring the hands down to the heart center, and then go ahead and walk those hands forward out in front of you. Just a gentle forward bend. You're not very warm, you probably won't get very far. And then on your inhale, go ahead and walk your hands back up to bring you upright. Sweeping the arms out and up, touch palms at the top. You can stretch the eyes and look up. Bring the hands down to the heart center, and then we'll walk those hands out in front of you once again. On the inhale, walk your hands up, bringing you upright. And then if you do have your legs crossed, please uncross and recross them. You're welcome to have those legs out in front. Sweep the arms out and up, touch palms at the top. Bring those hands down to the heart, walking the hands out in front of you once again. Just noticing any differences since you've switched the legs. Maybe one side is tighter than the other. If you can drop those ears by the upper arms, great. If not, no worries. On the inhale, walk those hands back up to bring you upright. Sweeping the arms out and up, touch palms at the top. Bring those hands back down to the heart. Walk those hands out one more time. Now, if you are protecting your back, continue to walk the hands up to bring you up safely. If you feel like the back and the abs are strong, place pinky fingers on the floor, palms facing each other, ears by the upper arms. Your core is engaged, so pull that belly button back and then down slightly towards that tailbone, keeping the sit bones grounded. Inhale and rise on up. Release fingertips down to the floor, drop chin to chest. Flip the palms up, inhale, arms and eyes up, touch palms at the top. Take a gentle twist over to the right. Right hand comes behind, left hand to outer right leg. Inhale, arms and eyes up. Take that twist over to the left. So now left hand comes behind, right hand towards outer left leg. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale, release the fingertips down to the floor, and now take right ear to right shoulder. So you're focusing on the left side of the neck, shoulder, maybe upper back or front of the chest. Inhale and pick that head back up to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Once again, you're focusing now on the right side. Inhale your head back up to center. Exhale, chin to chest. Turn your palms up. Inhale, arms and eyes up. Touch palms at the top, bring those hands down to the heart center in Anjali Mudra. So just pulling the right and the left side together, meeting at heart center. And now transition onto tabletop, hands and knees. So you can either cross at the ankles or you can bring knees and hips off to one side. We'll be moving into cat dog. I'm just going to turn sideways here so you can see we want wrist under shoulders. You're looking straight down at the floor. The gaze is between the thumbs. Fingers are spread wide, middle finger faces forward. Think about reaching the crown or the back part of your head forward, reach the tail back. On your next exhale, take a look down at your belly button, round the upper back just like a Halloween cat. On the inhale, flow into dog. Some of you might know this is cow. So now you'll stretch the eyes looking up, draw the heart forward. You have a string attached to the heart. Somebody's pulling it forward. You have this arch in the low back. Be sure you're pulling that belly button in. Exhale, back into cat. Inhale, dog. Exhale, cat. Inhale, dog. Return to neutral or tabletop, hands and knees. And then from here, we're going to curl the toes under and rise up, down dog. So we're making that upside down V shape with the body. You could pedal the feet here. We call this walking the dog. Or you could drop the hips side to side, swaying the hips. Either one will give you a nice stretch in the back of the legs. You'll also be lengthening the right and left sides of the body. Come back to center, back to down dog. On the inhale, look up. Walk your feet up to your hands or hop your feet up to your hands. And we'll be moving into a forward fold. So forward fold looks different for all of us. Some of us will have our hands on our thighs. Some of us will have hands on shins. Some of us fingertips touching the floor. Some of us fingers and toes lining up. Now, if you happen to have a block, you can always use that block to bring the floor up to you. In your forward fold, you can drop the crown of the head towards the floor, just creating a little traction on the spine. It should feel good. Or you can stay at that flat back. Always a micro bend in the knees, but if this is too much on the hamstring, that's that big muscle on the top of the leg in the back, then go ahead and bend the knees a little bit more. Inhale, look up, half lift. So in your half lift, you're trying to create that flat back. So again, hands to thighs, shin, block, or fingertips on the floor. Pull your belly in. Exhale, back down to your forward fold, perhaps a little bit deeper. Inhale, look up, reverse swan dive. Come on up. Bring those hands into Yogi Mudra, steeple fingers. Lifting up out of that right waist, come on over to the left. Lateral side bend left. Keep those hips over the ankles. Inhale, rise up. Lift up out of that left waist and come on over to the right. You're not bringing shoulder up to ear. You're lifting up out of the waist. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, look up, half lift. Pull your bellies in. Exhale, back down to your forward fold, a little deeper perhaps. Now, if you're looking for a deeper forward fold than that, grab the elbows, frame the head with the arms, and move a little bit deeper into those hamstrings, hips, and glutes. Again, if it's too much, a great big bend in the knee is very helpful. Release any holds that you might have, moving back into that forward fold. Inhale, look up, left foot steps back to lunge. Now, if you need to modify, just bring that left knee down to the floor. Arms come back up alongside the ears. If you want, you can lift left knee up off the floor, but be sure you're pressing that left heel back. Come into Yogi Mudra, steeple fingers once again. Lift up out of that left waist, come on over to the right. Lateral side bend right. Inhale, back up to center. Frame the foot with the hands. Step your left foot up to join your right. Forward fold. I don't care how many steps it takes to get you into that forward fold. Inhale, look up, half lift. Right foot steps back to lunge. Again, right knee down will modify you. Arms come up alongside the ears. Make sure left knee is either above the left ankle or slightly behind. If you want to pick that right knee up off the floor, you can. Just press that right heel back. Now from here, we're going to move back to our down dog. So frame the foot with your hands and step back to down dog. Make that upside down V shape with your body. And then we'll take that chaturanga. So come on out to plank. You would drop your knees down to the floor to modify, lower down to croc, and up to cobra. If you're protecting your back this morning, you're on your forearms. Baby cobra, little bend in the elbow. Full cobra, arms are straight. Up dog, the knees are up off the floor. So only the tops of the feet and the hands are on the floor. And then we'll curl the toes under, rise up, down dog. Left foot centers at the back of your mat, right foot reaches up to sky. Lifting a leg is an option. Inhale, look up, right foot between the hands for warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Plant your left foot at 45 degrees, line up your heels. You either walk your hands up your legs to bring you up safely, or arms alongside the ears, inhale and rise up. Straighten that front leg, we're moving into warrior 2. So as you heel toe your front foot over, turn yourself towards the left side of the mat. So now the hips are facing the long end. You are right heel lining up with left arch, left foot parallel with the short end of your mat. Arms are at shoulder height, hips are level. Make sure hips are level. We tend to pop this back hip up. We want the hips to be level. Shoulders over hips, belly button back towards your spine, down towards the tailbone, and then the right knee bends. The right knee has a tendency to fall in, so that inner thigh and outer hip, working hard to pull that knee towards the pinky toe side of the foot. You can look straight ahead, or you can look over that right hand. Turn your right palm up, drop the left hand down, reverse. Make sure that core is engaged. Inhale back, warrior 2. Straighten that front leg, frame the foot with the hands, step back to down dog. Let's take that chaturanga, so come on out to plank. Remember, drop the knees down to modify, lower down to croc, and up to cobra. Up dog if you know it. Curl the toes under, rise up, down dog. Right foot centers, left foot floats up to sky. Inhale, look up, left foot between the hands for warrior 1. And again, left heel lines up with right heel. Right toes turned up towards the top of your mat. Hips face forward. Straighten that front leg, turn to the right as you set yourself up for warrior 2. Heel toe your front foot over. Left heel lines up with right arch. Level the hips, shoulders over hips. Left knee bends. Now as you're in your warrior pose, just breathe in the qualities of the warrior. Don't just be in the pose, really be into the pose. You are strong, you are confident. Turn that left palm up, drop the right hand down, reverse. So right hand to right leg, left arm reaches up. Inhale back, warrior 2. Straighten that front leg, frame the foot with the hands, and we'll step back to down dog. take that chaturanga, so come on out to plank. Again, drop the knees to modify, lower down to croc, and up to cobra. We'll meet in down dog. Left foot centers, right foot reaches up to sky. Go ahead and bend that right knee, and now open the hips to the side wall. Look underneath that right arm, pull right knee up to sky. It's almost as if you're bringing right heel towards left glute. Square your hips back up with your mat. Inhale, look up, right knee to right hand for pigeon. Lower that left leg down. Walk those left toes back. In pigeon, you want hips facing forward. If it's helpful and you have a block or even a towel, stick it either under your right glute or under that left thigh. Now, if you are not able to be in the full expression of pigeon, consider coming onto your back, right ankle onto left knee. From here, you could pick that left foot up off the floor. You could straighten that left leg up to sky. You could reach through the window with your right hand, grabbing that left leg. If you have a strap or a belt or a tie, that could go around the left foot or also around that left thigh. Now, for those of us in the full expression of pigeon, the closer that right foot is to that left hip flexor, the gentler the pose. So consider adjusting your pose accordingly. Those of us in pigeon, you're welcome to stay upright. Again, the block is very helpful for that. Or you can slowly make your way down to the floor. On your inhale, walk your hands up to bring you upright. Those of you on your backs at home, go ahead and roll onto your right side. Bring yourself up to a seated position. We're going to come off onto that right hip and glute, bringing that left leg around, moving into fire log. Go ahead and stack those shins. We want left ankle past that right knee. Right ankle directly below that left knee. If it bothers the knee, again, get a rolled up towel, maybe your block, give it support. If you're not able to have two 90-degree bends in the knees, then straighten that right leg. You'll move into a half-seated forward fold, and you'll find a comfortable place for this left leg. And then you would inhale, and as you exhale, hinge forward. Those of us in fire log, again, you're welcome to stay right here, maybe using that block for some support. Maybe you're able to bring forearms down to the floor. You should be feeling this into that left hip, left glute. Just breathe into those places where you're feeling it. Walking those hands up to bring you upright. And then we are going to transition back onto tabletop, hands and knees. So find your tabletop. Once again, starfish hands, fingers spread wide, wrist under shoulders, curling the toes under, rise up, down dog. Right foot centering at the back of your mat, left foot floating up to sky. Go ahead and bend that left knee. Pull that left knee up to sky as you look underneath that left arm. You're opening the hips to the side wall. Bring left heel towards right glute. Press into the hands. Square your hips back up with your mat. Inhale, look up, left knee to left hand for pigeon on the other side. Take time to notice any differences between the right and the left side. Maybe this side is tighter. Maybe this side doesn't allow you to do the full expression of pigeon. Transition onto your back, left ankle onto right knee. Again, you're welcome to stay upright. That's going to work a little bit more into the front of that right hip flexor, or you can walk those hands out in front of you Just getting a little bit deeper into the left hip, left glute. Make sure you keep moving the breath and you send it to all those places that you're feeling the stretch. On your inhale, walk your hands up to bring you upright. Those of you on your backs, roll onto your right side, bring yourself up to a seated position, and then we'll bring that right leg around, moving either into fire log or double pigeon, or you will straighten that left leg out in front of you, half seated forward fold. And again, if you have that strap or that belt or that tie, you can put it around the ball of your foot just to help draw you closer if you are in that half seated forward fold. And if you are using that strap, have those elbows at 90 degrees, so elbows in line with shoulders, so you're creating that flat back. Those of us in fire log, right ankle past that left knee, right knee directly above that left ankle. And again, this side might be different. This right knee may have an old injury or you're healing an injury. Give it support with that block in either position. Maybe using that block for the forearms. You could even use the block for the forehead. Breathing into right hip, right glute. And then when you're ready to come up, either arms alongside the ears if the back is healthy, or walking those hands up to bring you upright. Engage that core, inhale, and rise up. Release the fingertips down. Find a comfortable position for the legs, so either cross-legged, maybe legs out in front, maybe rubbing out those knees. Let's bring the hands to the heart center as we soften the gaze, closing the eyes completely. In the midst of movement and chaos, keep stillness inside of you. Namaste.